Superdome in New Orleans. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one, and we are underway from the Superdome. Here comes Jaylen Waddle from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing at the outset, here's Mahomes. And his first look is incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw, it's Mahomes. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Man, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, this guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
So after the INT, it's Brady. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Cook fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Dalvin Cook, so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or 2 to punch this one in.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Josh Jacobs, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Gano the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown here to kick it away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. Jaylen Waddle with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. PAT in his rearview mirror. He goes back out to kick this one off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
Hey, check it.
On first down, Brady. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this throw will be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
They'll run with Tanner to begin the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
They were just trying to give their offense a little more room down near their own goal line, but this is just going to make things worse.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some pushing. Let's see what they can do on third down. Adams the man in motion right. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. 56 yards the punt that time, 12 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's Cook again. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Going deep for Diggs. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Stephon Diggs, 47 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
On play action, now Brady. Going deep for Diggs. And this is caught. Touchdown, New Orleans. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Gano now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Saints 21, Panthers 6.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ballgame, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, you're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So as they take it over, we step aside. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Going up top.
And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking deep for Adams. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Davante Adams, 43 yards. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your turkey bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So they try to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And some room to maneuver. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. After the loss, they'll come on 2nd and 13. Now here's Mahomes. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
For the field goal now is Evan McPherson.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
McPherson's kick is good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
To throw, it's Brady. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Complete to Dalvin Cook. A gain of a yard.
On second down, Cook.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
10 yards, good for the Saints' first down. Here's Brady. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side.
And he's going to have a first down, and they get into field goal range here at the 29.
Brady now on first down. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. Derrick Henry
with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Gano for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Mahomes now on first down. Going deep for Hopkins. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, roll 66.
In motion right is Watkins. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And Diggs has it. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time.
That's good for the Saints. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Now Brady. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 25. 40 yards on the ground for him so far.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run it. Here's Cook. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
That's good for the Saints. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Brady going to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Gano's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
A big play there for Carolina. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They run once more with Taylor. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll run here with Taylor. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Panthers get a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this is back to an 8-point game.
31, Panthers 23. McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Brady now to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But we keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating. But his message there, keep waiting.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run with Cook, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I've played with. They have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
Nice completion, nice gain.
Great tackle.
Really good tackle. Kept him in bounds, kept things going. What do you do here?
That's the question. Let's see what they do. And Brady will sneak it. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Tom Brady scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Saints have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this 4th quarter.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 15 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
On the draw is Taylor.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Going deep for Hopkins.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Saints are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. So after the INT, it's Brady. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You've got the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect. But, boy, that was force against force.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Going deep here for Watkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away.
Waddle now to return it.
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
It's a loss of 2. It brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Brady going to look to throw. Caught. Kelsey, left side. Touchdown. Travis Kelsey with career touchdown number 70.
And the Saints have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers you would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw a 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent.
He's got a man, complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
That's good for the Saints. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Brady going to throw here. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On 2nd and a couple, Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for the Saints, they finish oh so close to perfection in the regular season, but this win in the final weekend gives them a final mark of 16-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they fall for just the 4th time all season as they will finish 13-4. And now they'll have to see how the final playoff picture will all shake out.